It's Paul Allen. How are you?
PA, what's happening?
Glen Perkins. Wonderful work in the TV booth last night with Morneau, Denard Span, and Trevor Plouffe. I mean, fantastic idea, and it was wonderful to watch last night. You had a great time, didn't you?
It was so much fun. This is version 2. We got to do it last year, and I think we ironed some kinks out, and last night was awesome, and it helped that the game was great. The Twins played great. Taj Bradley was frickin' fantastic.
Yep.
And, we had a blast up there, man. A lot of laughs and a lot of good times, a lot of reminiscing, which is always fun.
And to get Taj Bradley, I believe pitcher Griffin Jacks was the centerpiece in the deal with Tampa Bay, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Taj has been fantastic, and he's gotten better from last year. But so it looks like the Twins won that deal. But in fairness, Griffin Jacks is doing pretty well for the Tampa Bay Rays, right?
They moved him into the starting rotation,
right.
And he's been doing all right. That was something that I think he wanted to do. I know that he wasn't super thrilled to get traded. He loves being in Minnesota. He loved the role that he had here in the bullpen with the Twins and being around those guys in the team, and they had some success. I think it was something that he wanted to do, and so the Rays, I think he appreciates the Rays giving him the opportunity. But I think all things being equal, I think the Twins are very happy. They got a younger guy in Taj Bradley with better stuff and a longer track record of being a good starter, and he's put it all together this year, and he's been really good. And last night, probably one of the best starts I've seen him have. Absolutely dominant he was last night.
Now, for those who missed the TV broadcast last night and all the elite story sharing, when the game gets hot late, for those who missed it, who does the play-by-play? Like, how do you handle the play-by-play?
So last night was Plouffe. Tonight I will be guiding the ship, or I guess as we call it, trying to keep the circus tent erected.
Right.
So it'll be on me tonight, and then Morneau is going to have it tomorrow. And it's still not, I guess, like a true play-by-play. But I think we did tighten it up and got a little more serious late in the game last night, the last couple of innings. Kind of once the jokes ran out and we had all of our pre-prepared material done, then we were able to just watch the game and talk about what's happening on the field. And I think that I thought we did a better job last night than we did in any of the games last year. And so that's what I took away from it. It was a really fun, really positive experience, and I thought everybody handled it exceptionally well.
What happens to Corey Provis when you guys do this for a series?
I don't know. I really don't. I don't know where he is. Yet we missed yesterday. So yesterday was his birthday. Crazy enough, yesterday was his birthday. It's Dan Gladden's birthday. It's also John Gordon's birthday. And so all three of the longtime Twins radio voices over the last 25 years are all born on the same day, which is insane. We forgot that last night. So he was out celebrating his birthday somewhere. I don't think he's in town. However, he's got to come back to work this weekend with me, so he's not going to be gone long. Okay,
so with Justin Morneau, Denard Span, Glen Perkins, Trevor Plouffe, is it the same guys the next two games, or do you bring in new faces and or voices?
It's going to be all four of us for all three games. We had Pablo on the headset last night. He was mad that we didn't bring him up in the booth because we had him in the booth last year in game one. We had Pablo up in the booth with us. He was supposed to come up there for like 2 innings and ended up staying up there the whole time because he had so much fun. He was mad last night that he had to be in the dugout on a headset. So I don't know. Maybe we'll try to sneak him up one of the next two games if he's willing and if the powers that be are okay with it. But it'll just be us. I do think that tonight. I think that tonight Trevor Plouffe and Denard Span are going to be down the line operating as ball boys for a stretch of the game. So that there will be some entertainment provided that way as well.
All right. Now, the chat with Pablo Lopez was fantastic. It's as good as you're going to see in a baseball game. I mean, a lot of laughs. Pablo's great on the radio and TV in interview fashion, period. He was elite with you guys. What did you really enjoy about it?
I think just being able to talk with him, he's well-versed on a variety of subjects. I didn't know where it was going to go last night, and we ended up talking mostly about being a pitcher hitting in the National League.
Right.
But you really can talk to Pablo about anything, man. He's a smart dude, and we've done some stuff with him throughout this year because he's shadowed Pete Mackey as a pitching coach. He's sat down in the bullpen to learn about how life is in the bullpen. I know later on in the season, I want to say maybe later in this month, he's going to be in the booth for a series and be an analyst with us up in the booth. So having him around, man, being able to pick his brain, smart dude, awesome guy, and great storyteller.
Yeah, he's talking about Jake Arrieta and some other guys who were like near the ends of their careers, but they were on their game when they were pitching to him. So I'm gonna hit you with the same question you guys hit Pablo with. You had 7 plate appearances. Who's the nastiest guy you faced?
Well, so I faced Jeff Supan was the first guy I faced, and he was at the end of his career. That was in Milwaukee, and he was throwing like 86 that day, but I hadn't had an at-bat since I was in 10th grade. So it had been 9 years since the last time I had an at-bat, and all of a sudden I'm at the plate at Miller Park in Milwaukee batting in the big leagues. I had no idea what I was doing. I thought he was disgusting. And then I also faced Greg Maddux that year.
Wow.
And he threw me his infamous two-seamer that he started like at my shoulder. And it was a strike. It was a strike 3, and I like crumpled at the plate thinking I was going to get hit between the shoulder blades. I get punched out, and I look right at the umpire, and I said, "Where was that pitch?" He looks back at me, eye contact, and said, "Right down the middle, son." And so that was that one. And then the next year I faced Adam Wainwright down in St. Louis, and he threw me his curveball. I thought it was going to the backstop. I thought it was like a fastball that was going to hit halfway up the backstop. It was a strike. I don't know how anybody ever hits. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't know how anybody hits. It's impossible.
Well, speaking of hitting, with Cody Clemens hitting stride, or just playing the way he's played the last few weeks, specifically at the plate, is he full throttle hitting stride as an everyday guy in the game for sure, or is he just red hot right now, man? I mean, he got his 3rd triple last night.
I think that he's kind of the guy that he's going to be. I really do. I don't think it's a flash in the pan. Guys, it's so hard to do that in today's game with how good scouting reports are and how tough pitching is. You find out really quick if you're good enough or not. Cody's been really good for all of May, all of June, now into July.
Yeah.
And he's been doing it from facing both lefties and righties. His 2 hits last night were against lefties, one off Cantillo, I think in his 3rd at-bat, and then he had the triple off of Sobrowski, the lefty reliever. So He's hitting righties, he's hitting lefties. It's not like he's surprising anybody. When a team is putting together their scouting report on a team, they know that he's going to be in the lineup. They know he's there. And I think he's been able to make some adjustments and become a really, really good hitter.
I'm generally not of the dwelling variety, but you guys had me thinking last night, man. I mean, with the way Taj Bradley, now fairness, for the Guardians, they're down Jose Ramirez right now, and that really does matter.
Yep.
Not only for them, but like the guys around where he would hit. But you're talking to Pablo. I'm watching Taj, and he's going lights out, and I'm like, it would take so much heat off that bullpen if they had Ryan, Pablo, Taj, and Bailey Ober, right?
It would, and I think the other thing that would do would allow them to move one of the starters or a couple of the starters that they have in their rotation right now into the bullpen, which would boost the bullpen.
Right.
It's not going to happen. I mean, Pablo, obviously, he's not coming back, and so the guys that they have. Bailey's going to be close. He's going to be back probably sometime late this month, maybe early in August. It would definitely alleviate some of the bullpen issues that the team has had, but that being said, some of those guys in the bullpen have been throwing the ball really well, too. Gomez has thrown the ball great, and Andrew Morris is awesome. I love him. But, yeah, I mean, they're definitely missing Pablo. And I tell you what, if you could run out 3 guys in a playoff rotation of Pablo, Joe Ryan, and Taj Bradley, you've got a chance against anybody, especially the way the offense has been going for the Twins. They've been averaging over 6 runs a game now, going on a month. They're one of the best offenses in baseball. And they'd have a chance. They've got a chance in the division that they're in. They're not out of it by any stretch.
Right.
Missing Pablo, that was a big loss at the beginning of camp. And I give them credit for battling and fighting, and they're right in the thick of it right now.
The manager joins 9 to noon tomorrow at 9:20. What impresses you with the work Derek Shelton has done with this group?
There's very few managers in the game that I think can convince guys in that clubhouse to run through a brick wall for him, and he's one of them. Morney and I have talked about this for a long time off air, about managers that can get guys to overperform for them, that they can motivate, that players want to accomplish things. They want to get the job done, not only for themselves and the team, but for the manager. And he's one of those guys that can just motivate a group, man. There's something about him, that it factor, that he can just get guys to compete, and he gets guys to perform, to overperform. I absolutely love him. He's a player's manager. He gets the game. He gets the guys. He gets this generation of player. It was a fantastic hire. I think everybody was over the moon that they went in that direction. And I think a big reason why they are where they're at right now and why they're overperforming as a team and where I think everybody thought they would be has a lot to do with him and the staff that he has around him.
Hey, man, have fun tonight and tear it up with the play-by-play portion of the equation. We'll be watching again. Thank you very much for the time.
I always enjoy coming on with you, PA. Good to talk to you.
Yeah, appreciate you, Perk. Glen Perkins, former all-star reliever for the Minnesota Twins. What we're talking about, if you missed it last night, Twins beat Cleveland. But in the booth, you have Justin Morneau, Glen Perkins, Trevor Plouffe, and Denard Span. And as the game was tight and hot near the end with the Twins winning a spine tingler, Trevor Plouffe kind of took over the play-by-play. Glen Perkins is going to do that tonight, and Denard Span and Justin Morneau, they're going to be bat boys down the lines, assumedly mic'd up. I mean, this is very well conceived, and I definitely will be watching tonight. Back after this.
You're listening live to Paul Allen at 9 to noon on iHeartRadio and FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
Hey, just a heads up, Friday at 2 p.m., join me at McHugh's in Savage.
Yay!
Drink specials, prizes. It's a World Cup watch party. Our favorite team isn't in it. It doesn't mean you can't enjoy Elite Mick Ultras at a discounted price and hang out on a Friday afternoon at McHugh's in Savage at 2 p.m. And you know where that game's going to be, PA? Spain and Belgium. It's at SoFi.
Hey, this is Joe Smith from Woodbury, Minnesota.
Give it to us.
How about, if Harrison's a go, we're going to the show.
Like it, but we don't know if Harrison's a go.
Yeah, we don't know.
To my Twitter feed, Eric, Kuehl, Eric Cool or Keel. Thank you. Super Bowl 61 slogan. With Hollywood's lights, Valhalla will burn bright. That ain't bad.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Got another one. Steve, Stephen John 65 on X. From 10,000 lakes to the land of earthquakes. That's a good one.
That is pretty good.
Yeah, I might need to write that one down. From 10,000 lakes to the land of earthquakes, says Stephen John.
All right, I got a bunch of thanks for all these talkback submissions. Couldn't get to them all, but I'm going to start rattling through a bunch, and we'll react as we go.
From Vikings ships to Botox lips.
You think those lips float like a ship?
I didn't see you write that one down. You didn't write that one down. Like where it is in the talkback.
Oh, well, I save these files.
Of course you do.
These are the ones that I save.
Of course you do.
Absolutely.
Joe from St. Cloud, from U.S. Bank to a state that's in the tank.
Oh, what does that mean?
Well, that's column 1, spot 3.
From the U.S. Bank ship to the SoFi chip.
Ooh.
SoFi chip.
U.S. Bank ship, though. Now, if it was Winter Park where we have that ship.
Oh.
From the U.S. Bank ship to the SoFi chip.
Well, we do have that cool, it's the new school ship.
Oh, the
outside U.S. Bank.
Yes, where they do the music and all that.
Where did that ship, where did the original ship end up? I just hope it's not sitting, just languishing in somebody's storage hangar somewhere. I hope that ship has found a home.
I think it's at the bottom of Lake Superior with the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Hey, PA Nord.
Hey.
This is Kyle.
Hi, Kyle.
From no good to Hollywood.
Oh, okay.
Or from Minnesota nice to so nice.
Hollywood, ba-da-da-da-da, Hollywood.
Hollywood nights.
Hey, this is Alan in Afton. This one's for Addison. From sleeping in a car to becoming a SoFi star.
I mean, Spearfish, cover your ears.
Pretty good.
I like it.
I like it a lot.
From sleeping in a car to the Super Bowl 61 star.
Who doesn't like a redemption arc?
You're right.
All right.
Write it down.
Yeah, we're saving that one.
2.5 minutes.
Hey, PA and Nordo. Hey, PA and Nordo. It's Tommy here.
Hi, Tommy.
From frozen fans to California tans.
Dig it.
Yeah.
Dig it.
I like some of these more just simplistic, straight to it.
Hey, PA and Nordo. It's Tommy here.
Oh, again.
From snow and sleet to the LA Heat.
Okay, well, Tommy's been busy.
There you go, Tommy.
He might be 2 for 2.
Touchdown, Tommy.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Eric from Hastings.
Hi.
From skeeters and portable heaters to palm trees and the ocean breeze.
I thought we had to rhyme with heaters.
Yeah, I thought so, too.
See, it's almost... Nordo hates it. I love it.
He's almost got 2 with... Is there a way... Let me see here. How about
skeeters and portable heaters?
From skeeters and portable heaters to KO dialing up man beaters.
Thank you. Man beaters.
Man beaters.
That is an actual offensive terminology. From skeeters and heaters to KO's man beaters. A lot of people are going to think it's like a T-shirt.
Yeah, it's going to be like kind of a weird thing or something.
It's 2026. Good luck with that.
Come on. All right. I like it, though. I think it's terrific.
From erotic city to the soul-fi gritty. Call for my Sandy. Skull, baby.
That's in. Yeah, that's in.
Erotic city to SoFi gritty?
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
Prince Rogers Nelson, may God rest his soul, called Minneapolis Erotic City, did a song about it. And what was the second part that he said?
To the SoFi gritty.
SoFi, do the gritty in the Super Bowl. From erotic city to the SoFi gritty.
You know, we've back when we could play real music without having to go to court over it on a regular basis.
Yep.
We've been talking about Erotic City and that song by Prince for so long. Mm-hmm. I still remember getting in a text machine related argument with a guy who thought you said rotting city.
Oh, come on.
He thought you said rotting city.
I wasn't talking about St. Paul.
I always love that one.
Kidding. I love St. Paul. Hey, the person who'd had this time slot before PA in Dubai was the one who made all the jokes about the one-way streets. It wasn't me. Copyright Shaggy.
All right, 2 quick ones and we pause. Oh, let's actually play it.
Having an LA party with our first Lombardi. Noel in Indiana. Skol.
My, show am good.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay, we're keeping it, Noel.
Hey guys, Max Megan here. I got 2. Hear me out.
Okay.
From the shadows of TCO to the land of Leonardo DiCaprio.
Hey!
And then my other one is, we'll build a statue of 9 right next to the Hollywood sign. Thanks. See you later.
Nice job, bud.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we might have to do this tomorrow, the next day, all week next week, and all the way up to training camp.
Basically until training camp. We still have a couple weeks, so keep them coming.
That was awesome. When 9 to noon continues, we are going to meet the new Baltimore Ravens play-by-play voice. His name is Kyle Youmans. Very, very kind guy. Worked really hard to win the job, and that's next.
This is 9 to noon on The Fan.
Our iHeartRadio.
Now, final segment of the 9 to noon radio show at FM 100.3 KFAN. Let's meet Kyle Youmans. He's the new Ravens Vox. He does radio play-by-play work for the Baltimore Ravens as just the 3rd play-by-play voice in Ravens history. Now, this listening audience has heard me say it this way before, specifically when the other guy was alive. But I'm widely known as the wrong Paul Allen, and Kyle Youmans replaced the right Jerry Sandusky, and he joins us now. Hey, congratulations on the job, my brother, and welcome. By the way, welcome to the Vox group text that we've developed, where you can already tell Merrill Reese and Wayne Larrivee are true gentlemen. The AFC East guys constantly complain about the booth in Miami, and Wes Durham and Brad Sham, who I know you know, well, they're the fixers when NFL Films is late with our yearly stipend. So, welcome to the group text, man.
Yeah, excited to be a part of it, Paul. Thanks for having me. And yeah, it's a humbling but exciting situation to be here in Baltimore and to be ready to call some great football. But yeah, to be a part of that group text and be around so much talent in terms of the microphones is really humbling. And Paul, you're one of the greatest as well. So I'm excited to get to meet you in a couple of weeks whenever we head up to Minnesota for some joint practices and for some preseason action.
Yeah, can't wait. What a whirlwind this must be, right? I mean, it's cool. You had a really cool job in Dallas with the Cowboys. Now you're the Ravens Vox. You have a wife and you have triplets. You have three young daughters. But from Dallas to Baltimore, Baltimore to Dallas, get ready for the joint practices, meeting a bunch of new people, doing a bunch of interviews and be more, and even this stray that you're catching in the Twin Cities. How are you handling it? It can be arduous, right?
Yeah, it's certainly a lot, and moving across the country is one thing that's tough on its own. But then to do so from one job to the next, that it is a huge step forward in my career is exciting, and it kind of takes away some of the stress just because we know it's for a really good reason. But then you add on the layer of having 3 toddlers that are all 2 years old, the 2 boys and a girl that we're doing the move for, and I'm taking the opportunity with the Ravens for in the long run. This is ultimately so that way they could have a better lifestyle, they could have a better experience around me and more family time, even with a bigger role and a bigger responsibility. So really exciting times in the Youmans family home. It's a little bit challenging just trying to pack up and leave within the course of at least a month, or maybe a month and a half at most, to try and move from Dallas to Baltimore. But we're in the middle of it, and my wife's a rock star, so everything that she can do, she's already doing to make sure that this is the easiest transition as possible. And we've got a great support system, too, that's helping us out.
Hey, my man, my bad. 2 boys and a girl with the triplets, which I it just must have misread something. But with the girl, holy cow. I mean, with 2 brothers, what's it going to be? WNBA or USA Women's World Cup team? Holy cow. You know what I mean?
And she's already the most competitive of the bunch, and she kind of has to be. I love it because she does have not 2 older brothers. She's actually the oldest, so by a couple of minutes. But she has total older sister energy. With Leo and Mikey are our 2 boys. Noelle's the girl, and she's the one that's swinging a baseball bat the right way, and she's the one that's kicking a soccer ball around the backyard the right way, and she's the one that starts shooting hoops on the little toddler goal that we have in our living room better than the boys are, and the boys are just stuck in their cars and they're playing with their garbage trucks and their excavators and different things of the sort. So yeah, I can already see the signs of her being a sports girly whenever we get to it. And if she's got 2 other brothers to use and to kind of compete against in the driveway and in the backyard, I'm sure something's going to come of it.
What a blessing, man. That's so beautiful. And before we talk about the Ravens, a little bit about the AFC North and stuff, I mentioned USA Women's World Cup soccer team. In getting to know Kyle, I can tell that you really enjoy the World Cup, and from afar, I also think I can tell that that Belgium thrashing of the United States of America, that hit you hard, didn't it?
Yeah, that was a little disappointing. I think from a soccer fan standpoint, and I've been a soccer fan for close to, I guess, half my life now. I wasn't really big into it at the beginning of my life. I was more so baseball, football, straightforward. And recently just picking up soccer and really enjoying watching it. Even in passing, the World Cup is one of my favorite events that goes on every 4 years, and it's just part of the summer tradition of each of those 4 years. So to have the build up and to have the type of lead in that this 2026 World Cup had, specifically as a host nation with the America 250 on the weekend, and just so much excitement around building and developing soccer in the United States for this moment, and then for it to look like it was working, and for it to look like going into the round of 16, they weren't just there like in years past, where there were sometimes you would stumble upon a knockout stage round, or you would stumble upon a couple of wins in the group stage. No, they had 3 wins and in pretty dominant fashion in their first 4 matches. So for them to turn around and to have that type of just dismantling in terms of a stage like that with 30 million people watching, it was disappointing, and I think there was I think the expectation was higher, and that's probably what made it worse at the end of the day.
This is Kyle Youmans. He's the new play-by-play voice for the Baltimore Ravens. And we wanted to do kind of a welcoming interview for him. We'll chat with him in a few weeks when the Ravens are at Twin Cities Orthopedics Performance Center for the joint practices against the Minnesota Vikings. And for Kyle and for Ravens flock or fans of the Ravens, good time to roll with this squad, man. I mean, Lamar, Derrick Henry, Zay, Roquan Smith, Kyle Hamilton, and of course Trey Hendrickson. Now you jumped into this covenant at a good time, didn't you?
Definitely so, and part of that is thanks to Jerry Sandusky, who had 20 great years as the voice here, and he's seen some incredible moments, and of course got to call a Super Bowl in 2012. Now you look at this team and you say, okay, from a talent standpoint, they're as talented as any in the NFL. They have the quarterback, they have the weapons, they have the defense. All of that plays a factor. And then you throw in the added element of a first-year head coach and Jesse Minter. And I think Jesse Minter himself is exciting just based on his play-calling ability as a defensive coach. And for him to come in and to take over the play-calling defensively, to have the success that he did, making adjustments in-game and setting people up for success and taking advantage of star power during his time with the Los Angeles Chargers, he's expected to come in and do the same thing in Baltimore. But he's also going up against the history in the NFL, where the NFL says first-year head coaches don't necessarily have a ton of success in their first year. Doesn't mean they won't be successful over the course of their career, but usually that first year is a learning curve. Well, he doesn't necessarily have the ability to get into a learning curve. He's got the talent now and the window of opportunity to win now with Lamar, with Derrick Henry, with Kyle Hamilton, Trey Hendrickson, and so on and so forth. So I think for Jesse Minter this year, that's the real big question is, can he eliminate the learning curve? Because I think he can. I think he's talented, and the staff is talented enough to do so, and he's got a roster that certainly has that talent as well.
What was it like working with the Dallas Cowboys? And, Kyle, what did you do there?
Yeah, so I was their TV host, and I would host their pregame and postgame coverage. I would fill in on the play-by-play side from time to time, whether it was the TV on the preseason side or it was on the radio broadcast for Brad Sham. That only happened one time during my tenure there, where he missed a game. He's only missed 4 games his entire career. But one of the 4 that he missed was one game I was able to call, and then outside of the Cowboys, I did a lot of freelance play-by-play for college football, college basketball, college baseball when I had the opportunity. And so that was where I could kind of get the freelance play-by-play reps while also working with the Cowboys in studio mostly, and then kind of hosting their podcast, their TV shows throughout the week.
Oh, that's fantastic. With the Ravens, Kyle, who's the team to beat in your division and why?
It's got to be Pittsburgh, right? It's got to be the Steelers because of, one, they're the team that won it last year. I still think Cincinnati is good enough to make a challenge, but until you are the top dog, you are the team to beat. And that's where Pittsburgh is now. And it was, of course, a sour ending to the 2025 season with the Tyler Loop missed field goal in Week 18. if it wasn't for that, it would be the Ravens as the team to beat in the division. But right now it's Pittsburgh. They've got a new head coach as well. It's a new era just down the street in Pittsburgh. So Mike McCarthy's going to have a tough task, just like Jesse Minter. But McCarthy has been there, done that before. I got to, of course, cover him for 5 seasons with the Dallas Cowboys, and then even before that, when he was with Green Bay, of course, he won a Super Bowl there up in Wisconsin. So there's lots of intrigue, I think, in the AFC North, and for those two teams to be probably the teams to beat, and then Cincinnati lurking. There's a lot of possibility in this division in 2026.
And Kyle, it's clear that your career is ascending. And you mentioned earlier that you've done play-by-play, in Texas with college sports and fill in for the Cowboys and stuff like that. How much have you done at this stage of that ascending career? And growing up in Texas, I'm guessing you fall in love with football at quite the young age, right?
Oh yeah, it was at a very young age. It was football, it was baseball. I played a little bit of basketball. I just wasn't very good or quick on my feet, so that was a quick ending to that dream. But I always wanted to be in sports in some capacity. I didn't know if it was as a coach or as a player, and that obviously didn't work out, or as a broadcaster. And so when I was in high school, I kind of made the decision to pursue the broadcasting dream. And then I fell in love with the behind the scenes. I fell in love with the preparation, with the video editing, with the way that you can be creative and create great content for fans out there. All of that played a factor. And then I started doing play-by-play, and that was where it was over for me. I wanted to do play-by-play full-time, as the voice of a team, as the voice of a community. All of that played a factor into how I pushed and prepared every day during my time with the Cowboys, during my time doing play-by-play. I called as many games as possible, and my wife would chuckle because she knows I would pretty much say yes to anything to call. It was one day it was college football, one day it was water polo, the next day it was college basketball, then it would be ultimate frisbee. I mean, I called quite a few things as much as possible, about 1,000 games over the last probably 6 years, to try and prepare for when the big moments came. And I finally got a couple of big moments, especially on the college football side. The last few years with the SEC and the ACC, Big 12, Big 10, calling both major college football and major college basketball. And that was where I was really able to prove I was ready for a moment like this. And it took an organization taking a chance on me. And so I'm super grateful to the Ravens for seeing that and taking that opportunity and showing me that they do trust me in doing so. Because if they didn't see it, then I'd still be searching for an opportunity like this.
Yeah, that was beautifully described. Time for 2 more with Kyle Youmans, the new play-by-play voice for the Baltimore Ravens. And you've mentioned your wife several times, and you called your wife an MVP. And it's been said before that behind every good man is a better woman. Now, when you make a move like this, and granted, you got triplets, but granted, they're 2 years of age, so they're very, very young. Like, what's her role in this? Because obviously she signed off, but I mean, I'm guessing you're going from a part of the country where you have built-in insulation for help to the East Coast, to Baltimore and the greater Maryland area, where you got to kind of restart. So how did she handle all this?
Well, she's been incredible from the moment, 1, that I met her, and 2, from the moment we started dating, about letting me chase my dreams. And it wouldn't be possible without her by my side throughout. And part of it is because she understands the business, and she understands where we're coming from. We met at the college TV station at the University of North Texas. She was the really good-looking sports reporter. I was the nerdy sports reporter that just thought I had a shot at it a couple years down the line, and so that was ultimately what it ended up being. And she worked in the industry and still is as good on a microphone as I'll ever be.
Oh, that's great.
Whenever she does a lot of in stadium, in-game hosting. She was an entertainment host for Disney Cruise Line. She's done a ton of things on a microphone. So she gets chasing the dream. She understands what it takes to get to the point that we're at now and how special this opportunity is. So, yeah, I think even if she didn't necessarily understand what the business was all about and all of the elements of being in this position and being in an opportunity like this, I still think she would have been the most supportive person in all of that. And if it really gets down to it, she's the one that handles a lot of the high flying decision making. Whenever I've got either something on my mind or the family is busy, she's quick on her feet. She's quick in making big decisions, and I'm so thankful for her. And I can't wait to get her up in Baltimore full time because she's from the Northeast. She grew up in Staten Island before moving to Texas, so she's always been excited about getting back to the Northeast, and this just happened to be the right opportunity.
All right, last one and a half. Now, Kyle, there are several determining factors, including family, which go into accepting a job like this as a new Ravens play-by-play voice and actually moving. So was Myles Garrett leaving the division a major determining factor in you taking this job with the Ravens?
Absolutely. He was the big reason that it all happened. No, it's funny because I love Myles Garrett because he was a Texas high school football product, and I got to know him a little bit during his time. He wouldn't remember me just as a high school sports reporter when he was at Arlington Martin in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, but he was always really straightforward with his time. He was always great with the media, just as he has been through college and now through what is going to be a Hall of Fame career in the NFL. So, yeah, I think Myles being out of the division is a huge win for us, and hopefully when the Ravens get a chance to see him again down the road, it'll be maybe in his home stadium now at SoFi in the Super Bowl.
All right, lastly, I grew up in Washington, D.C., so, back in the day, Cowboys and then Washington Redskins, I mean, that was a top-notch rivalry. And I don't know if you've had time to think of this or absorb it, but Ravens-Steelers has some legitimate backyard brawl to it, doesn't it? I mean, those games are going to be awesome to call.
Yeah, that's the rivalry I'm probably most excited to call for multiple reasons. One, because, like you said, the backyard brawl mentality, the two cities with this blue-collar loyalty feel to them, it's incredible to watch them play. Even from an outsider's perspective, it was must-watch television. But now, to be a part of the rivalry and to be a part of a new era of the rivalry is going to be special. You've got two new coaches on both sides. You've got the history now, of course, that's even added on, the recent history with having the wide right that happened last year as a part of that rivalry. And then you get to play them again in Week 18, just like you did last year. So I'm excited about it. I can't wait to be a part of that. Of course, like you said, I've seen some great rivalries throughout my time. I mean, Cowboys 49ers roared like it did in the 90s. It got back to some significant relevance a couple years back. And then Cowboys Eagles was always special. But when it comes to Steelers and Ravens, it's about as good as it gets in the AFC. And I'm excited to see that continue and see it in person as well.
Congratulations on the job. Welcome to the Play-by-Play Covenant. May God bless you and your family with this move and everything. And thanks for the chat. I'll see you in a few weeks, okay?
Yeah, thank you, Paul. Appreciate you having me. Talk to you soon.
All right, Nordo, take it on home.
Yeah, thanks so much, not just to Kyle, but as we put a wrap on 9 to noon, if we were doing the post game brought to you by Owl Roofing, terrific segment there, brand new Ravens Vox. Go back to the 10 a.m. hour, and P. Fox was in the mix, Glen Perkins to start the 11 a.m. hour. But get to know Gophers defensive lineman Jackson Howard. awesome segment with him in studio during the 10. Thanks to Al Roofing for the postgame. Thanks to you for all these Super Bowl slogans that I assure you will be continuing to trickle in over the next several days and couple weeks. Tomorrow, we got Lieber. We got Twins manager Derek Shelton. Jenny Taft from Boston. Many things to chat about and have fun with tomorrow, Thursday, 9 to noon. The Grum is next. Have an awesome day. Thanks for listening to The Fan.
Podcast today's Paul Allen Show, or listen back to previous show and interviews by going to the iHeartRadio app or KFAN.com.
From the 1-800-ASK-GARY Traffic Center, this report